Welcome back to the Smash Innovations video tutorial series. In this tutorial, we're going to look at the project system. So I've logged into a Smash account here. Over on the left-hand side, we're going to navigate down to projects and click on the projects to be able to access that portion of the platform. Here on the project interface, we've got access to create a new project, search for any projects that we may be wanting to access, and a list of the projects that we currently have. So on this account, we can see we've got a profile task project and a create new marketing campaign project. If I wanted to create a new project, I would just click on add a new project. I would give the project a name. I would have the option to upload a photo or a logo, something to represent that project. I can select a color so that I can keep all my projects color coded and separated based on my personal preference. I can give it a description of what the project is, whether there's a specific date or not. If there's a start date that's going to be due to start and a day when that project is due to be completed, I can put those in. I can assign this project to either a specific individual or group or groups. And then I have the ability to set up the default view mode in either list, Kanban, or card, which we will talk more about here in just a moment. So I'm not going to create a new project since I've already got one here. Let's go ahead and cancel that out. I just wanted to show you how simple it was to create a new project. Then we're going to actually look at a project that has been created. Basically what we have here is we have different groups that have been set up inside the project with specific tasks that are assigned to those groups. And so in here we've got a brainstorming session group, we've got a research session group, we've got a design and finalizing session group, and we've got an implementation session group. And so we can access these various groups and the tasks that are in those groups either in the list view, which we're looking at now, the Kanban view, which the Kanban view basically focuses on the workflow processes, the different steps in the workflow, and it gives us drag and drop capabilities. So obviously it will start off in the not started workflow process. If the create a new tagline was now started, I would just simply drag it from not started over to in progress, and it would now be in the in progress swim lane of the Kanban view, and we can see we've got the different workflow processes. We've got not started, in progress, waiting for approval, see notes, open, and completed. Those are the various workflow processes that are set up with this specific project. So let's go back to the list view. The third option that we have for view is the card view. Now the card view will take the individual tasks inside the group and list them as a card. So here we can see our create new tagline that was recently moved to in progress. As it's being, this one hasn't been assigned to any members yet, but once it was assigned to a member and the member goes in and completes their portion, they can adjust the percentage of complete on that project just by simply clicking on this, going over here and adjusting the percentage of complete. Let's say they're going to move it to 25% complete, and it'll give them an opportunity to record time and a note specifically of what they did for that task. Since we have the task open in the card view of create a new tagline, let's look and see what's available as far as information to support that task. So we've got the About tab, which would give us the description of what the task is, any comments from specific individuals that are working on the task. We have the related tasks, if there's any subtasks that are associated with that task. They would be listed here. We can create new tasks, related tasks if we need to. If there's any events that are specific to that task, they would be recorded and tracked here. If there's any specific files like logos, video assets, photo assets, anything that's necessary for the task, it would be attached to the task right here in the files area. Time tracker gives us the ability to monitor how much time any resource is working on that specific task. And then there's a historical record of what's taken place with that task. So we can come back at any given time and look at specific developments or progress that was made on any specific day. So we'll go ahead and cancel that out. We're going to go back over here to the list view. And so we can see the brainstorming sessions has this list of specific tasks that are supporting that specific group. We can see at a glance what the workflow status is, who the owner of the task is, start dates, due dates, priority of the task, and percentage of progress completed. And so if we needed to create a new task in a specific group, we'll go down here to research session. Let's say I want to create a new task. I go up here to add new. I want to create a new task. Give the task a name, so we'll call this one Research Market. If there's a specific start date and due date, here it gives us the ability to connect it to a specific group. Since we're in the research session, we want to assign this task to that group. We'll leave it as not started yet. We'll set the priority to low. And if we wanted to assign it to a specific person, we could. When I click on add that task, you see it just populated right here under the research market. We've got a low priority. Creating additional tasks in a specific group is just simply point and click. Moving those tasks through the workflow process is basically drag and drop. And so if I get through this, if I'm well into the project development and I discover that we need to set up a new group, like after the implementation session, looking back overview of the whole project and how it went, and we want to create a group for that, we can come up here and click on add new. This one would be a group. This is final review, and we could say, okay, we want to pick, let's make this one yellow, and we'll just add that group. There it is. Final review is now down here at the bottom, and this is where we could come back and go through a final review of the project. You know, what worked, what didn't work, what would we do different if we had it to do over again, and so forth. So very, very robust, user-friendly, simple. If I want to be able to filter out and see by workflow process, over here, if you remember, we had our workflows in the Kanban view. We had the not started, in progress, waiting for approval, see notes, open, and completed. If I want to filter and just look at the ones that are waiting for approval, I can do that. So this filter just gives us the ability to be able to zero right in and take a look at specifically what we want to see. Again, this is the list view. The Kanban view is a great way to track progress through the workflow steps. The card view is a great way to have more of a granular visibility and look at specific components and resources that are assigned to a task. The asset, documentation, anything that's necessary, maybe recorded meeting, have any specific relevant information that's connected to either the group or the task in the group. Just a super, super user-friendly, very robust project management system that we have here in Smash. And this concludes the video tutorial on the project management system.